The overall goal of this procedure is to demonstrate the preparation of biological specimens for sectioning and imaging under the knife-edge scanning microscope, or KESM, and the visualization of the resulting image stack data. This is accomplished by first fixing, staining, and embedding the tissue to prepare it for imaging under the KESM. The second step of the procedure is to configure the KESM and conduct sectioning and imaging using the automated control software. The resulting images are then denoised, registered, and cropped. The final step is to load and explore the data sets in a web-based atlas and 3D visualization software. Ultimately, results can be obtained that show whole brain level neuronal and vascular organization at submicrometer resolution.
The main advantage of this technique over existing methods such as the serial block-based scanning electron microscopy is that it can image much larger volumes, albeit at a lower resolution.
This method can help answer key questions in the field of connectomics and neuroscience in general.
This method can provide insight into the structural organization of the brain, and it also can be applied to other organ systems such as the lung and kidney.
To begin this procedure, the dissected mouse brain is placed in a glass jar containing Golgi-Cox solution. Place the glass jar in a light-tight box at room temperature for 10 to 16 weeks. A separate fixation step is not necessary since the Golgi-Cox solution works as a fixative. After 10 to 16 weeks, rinse the brain in deionized water overnight in the dark. On the following day, immerse the rinsed brain in 5% ammonium hydroxide solution in deionized water for 7 to 10 days in the dark at room temperature. After 7 to 10 days, rinse the brain again in deionized water at room temperature for 4 hours. Then, dehydrate the brain through a graded series of ethyl alcohols, leaving it in each solution for 24 hours, 50% ethanol and 70% ethanol at 4 degrees Celsius, and 85% ethanol, 3 changes of 95% ethanol, and 4 to 5 changes of 100% ethanol at room temperature. Next, put the dehydrated brain in acetone and perform 3 to 4 changes each for 1 day. After this, put the brain overnight in the refrigerator in each of these araldite acetone mixtures, with an araldite to acetone ratio of 1 to 2, 1 to 1, and 2 to 1. Finally, put the brain in 100% araldite in the refrigerator. Perform 3 changes, each time overnight. The treated brain is then embedded in 100% araldite and heated to 60 degrees Celsius for 3 days. Finally, the cured specimen block is mounted on the metal specimen ring using epoxy, and the sides of the block trimmed as necessary. To begin this procedure, confirm that the mouse is deeply anesthetized and non-responsive to a toe pinch. Then perfuse the mouse transcardially using room temperature phosphate buffered saline, followed by cold 4% phosphate buffered paraformaldehyde. Next, perfuse the mouse with a solution of 0.1% thionin dye in deionized water. After that, place the body in a 4 degrees Celsius refrigerator for 24 hours. After 24 hours, remove the brain from the calvaria and place in a fresh solution of 0.1% thionin. Leave the brain at 4 degrees Celsius for 7 days. After 7 days, destain and dehydrate the brain through a graded series of ethyl alcohols over a time period of 6 weeks. 3 to 5 days in 50% ethanol, 7 to 10 days in 70% ethanol, about 2 weeks each in 85 and 95% ethanol, and the rest of the time in 100% ethanol. After 3 changes of acetone at room temperature, the brain is embedded in araldite plastic in a 60 degrees Celsius oven. To begin the procedure for staining the vascular network with India ink, confirm by a lack of toe withdrawal reflex that the mouse is deeply anesthetized. Then perfuse the mouse transcardially using room temperature phosphate buffered saline, followed by room temperature 10% neutral buffered formalin. Whole body perfusion with saline and fixative is necessary to clear the blood from the cardiovascular system and to fix the tissues. Next, perfuse the mouse with 3.0 cc's of undiluted India ink. Perfusion with India ink is necessary to completely fill the vasculature of the cardiovascular system. After its removal from the mouse, the resulting brain is dehydrated through a series of graded ethyl alcohols and then embedded in araldite plastic, following the protocol shown earlier. To set up the KESM for imaging, turn on the camera, illuminator, and stage. Raise the knife and objective. Next, install the specimen ring. Then, lower the objective and knife. Measure specimen dimensions. Then create a configuration file for the KESM Stage Controller 2 application. Raise the knife and the objective of the KESM prior to initializing the stage. Start the KESM Stage Controller 2 and initialize the stage. Then, lower the knife and objective and turn on the pump. Focus the objective and camera by turning the focusing knob on the optical train and adjusting the camera's field of view relative to the knife edge. Click step by step to check the first few steps of the imaging and sectioning. Then click Go to initiate imaging and sectioning. For image processing, run the KESM stack processor to remove lighting artifact and normalize the background intensity in all images. Repeat for all data subfolders. To visualize data using the KESM Brain Atlas, go to this website and select the appropriate atlas. To go to a different depth, select from the pull-down menu how deep to go at each step, and then click on either plus to increase or minus to decrease z-depth. Other options include zooming in or navigating using the KESM Brain Atlas. Use the pull-down menu to adjust the overlay number and the overlay interval. To visualize data using MeVisLab, launch the application. Create a new project. The project should include Compose 3D from 2D files, Set World Matrix, Arithmetic 1, and View 3D, connected in that order. Appropriate parameters should be set as shown. In View 3D, while pressing the right mouse button, move the mouse around to adjust the threshold. Regions can be cropped, the orientation changed, the illumination changed, or the background turned on or off. Representative KESM results are illustrated by the following video clips. Shown first are volume visualizations of KESM whole brain India ink data stacks for the vascular data set, beginning with a close-up of the vascular data with a width of about 100 microns. This second clip of KESM whole brain India ink data shows 3 standard views of the whole mouse brain vasculature, subsampled from high-resolution data with a width of about 10 millimeters. The sagittal view, the coronal view, and the horizontal view, as well as a fly-through of the coronal section. KESM whole brain mouse Golgi data is illustrated in this video clip that shows a fly-through along the 3 different sectioning planes, starting with the block view, followed by the sagittal view, the coronal view, and the horizontal view. Next, details of the KESM whole brain mouse Golgi data are shown. This first video clip is of the cerebellum and Purkinje cells. This second clip shows the cortex and pyramidal cells. Finally, KESM whole brain Nissl data is illustrated in these 2 video clips. Shown first is a close-up of the Nissl data. This second clip shows 3 standard views of the whole mouse brain Nissl data, subsampled from high-resolution data. A cross-section is also shown for a clear view of the internal structures.
After its development, this technique paved the way for researchers in the field of neuroscience to explore neuronal and vascular networks in the mouse brain.
After watching this video, you should have a good understanding of specimen preparation, imaging, and data analysis for the knife-edge scanning microscope.
Let's dive into a technology that's revealing biological structures like never before.
For scientists, this has been a massive challenge. It's really a problem of scale. To understand complex systems, you need to see the big picture and the tiny details.
But traditionally, microscopes could only do one or the other, not both at the same time.
This led to a huge advance in high-resolution 3D microscopy.
And here it is. It's called the Knife-Edge Scanning Microscope, or KESM for short.
What's so cool is how it combines two actions into one elegant, automated process.
The easiest way to think about it, it's kind of like a deli slicer with a camera. It images, shaves a tiny layer off, and just repeats that thousands and thousands of times.
So, how do you actually go from a real specimen to a stunning digital model?
It's a three-step journey. First, prepare the tissue. Then, section and scan. Finally, reconstruct it all.
And this reveals these incredible hidden networks. The level of detail is just wow.
Okay, so we have these amazing maps, but what can we actually do with them?
Well, it's a total game changer for fields like connectomics, which maps all the brain's connections.
And we're not just talking about mouse brains. Its versatility is pretty incredible.
The big goal now is getting this tech into more hands to really speed up discovery. So now that we can see inside like this, what do you think we'll find next?